Hi, I'm Amanda and you're watching Swell Entertainment. So, you wanted a video intro. Now, like always, it's been a minute since I last made a video, and that's just because, I had a lot of stuff going on. That's really it. There's no good explanation. Don't expect for my schedule to get any better because I'm now back in school, so it's only gonna get worse from here. Once I get back in the swing of things, hopefully I'll get more of a consistent schedule going, but for right now, don't get too excited. I've seen this product advertised on my timeline quite a bit on Instagram, but I hadn't seen any influencers promote it at all. It was just always an ad. But then my good old girl Becca M from Bachelor can always count on the Bachelor people to give me my in. Did an ad for it for their prenatal vitamins, I guess. Today I am reviewing Careof vitamins, Careof supplements, however you want to see it, however you want to take it, I guess. So basically, Careof is a service, and by the way, this could be a monthly service, but it's not a subscription box. Some of my FabFitFun videos said that my subscription boxes were getting repetitive. Recommend products for me to review, otherwise I'm gonna make my own choices. I don't know what to tell you. Either give me ideas or I'm running with my own. That's how this works. Besides, FabFitFun I had to do a video on. Everyone has a partnership with FabFitFun, it seems, so I had to review them at some point. That was the time I decided to do it. Anyway, Careof vitamins. They have their commonly advertised option, which is where you go and you answer, I believe it was 42 questions. Just personal questions like what is your health recommendations, what are things that you're concerned about, what's your top priority of the 4 that you chose or whatever. Or you can go through their marketplace where you can just order the supplements and the different vitamins individually on your own at your own discretion. So no one's assigning you any, you're just kind of choosing what you want, and then they're sending you the monthly supply. So there was 30 packs in here. Now, side note, I'm not going to do oh, it works, oh, it doesn't work, review of the supplements and the vitamins that they sent me themselves, because again, my body's different from your body. This isn't like Sugar Bear Hair where everyone's taking the same gummy. Everyone's getting recommended different supplements and different vitamins, so it doesn't make sense for me to review whether or not I've seen oh, this one definitely works, because that's just a subjective thing that's specific to you. There's not really a point for me to review the results, or if there is any to begin with. I've been taking them for 5 days, and I did that specifically because 1, I had to put a video out, but 2, I knew I wasn't going to do a review on whether or not this actually helped my health. All you need to know is that I didn't break out. The current breakout that I'm dealing with, that's from prior to this. My intestines have not exploded, and my stomach's not eating itself. That's all I care about, okay? My heart hasn't stopped, my tongue isn't swollen up, I'm not allergic to anything they've sent me. Nothing weird's happened. So far, everything's going fine. As far as my results with the vitamins and supplements themselves, that's all I feel the need to talk about. So yeah, there's that. On their website, it says, take the quiz, take your vitamins, and yes, I have it open on my computer so I don't forget. And then it's build a personal daily vitamin pack with honest guidance and better ingredients. You don't pay for the service, is what my understanding was. You're paying for the individual vitamins in the packet themselves. There's no set price for what you're going to pay, so it's not like for $29.99 a month you get a whole 30-day supply of vitamins. No, that's not the case, because you're paying per vitamin supplement, whatever. Okay, let's just call them vitamins, packets, whatever the okay, the little pill thingies that you end up taking, okay? You are paying for the individual ones. So say I didn't get one of these, I would have ended up paying a lot less. They seem to have a team of qualified doctors and professionals attached to them, which is good. It's not like with Hello Ava where you do the quiz and then you talk to a specialist. You do not talk to any specialist. They seem to only have input as far as the recommending products or whatever. It's just all kind of straightforward there. So I went through all the questions. One of the questions that I was like, I think there should be more answers. Has your doctor said you need more iron in your diet or anything? The answer is yes or no. There's no answer for I don't remember, I'm not currently seeing a healthcare provision, I haven't seen one in several years. As far as some of the questions go, yes, I absolutely understand why there's a yes or a no answer. Others, I think there should be more options. There was a section are you allergic to any of these 10 things or whatever? Yes, certain things those are common ingredients in supplements, but there should still be an option for me to type in there's this other thing that I'm worried about just in case. Whether you think it's in the supplement or not, just because some people are allergic to some wacky shit. I have a friend who's allergic to everything under the sun. I'm allergic to a medicine. I know that doesn't really apply here, but still, So once you do your questions, it gives you a breakdown of things that are recommended for you. And you can add or subtract or whatever you want. Again, they have a marketplace available for you. One of the things that I also like is that it gives you an option of would you rather take one large pill or multiple small pills. I have no problem taking large pills. I've had to with medical stuff in the past. It's not something I have an issue with, but when the way they phrased large one large pill, it freaked me out, and I think I just pictured like something this big, like something from Ed, Edd and Eddy or something, like just something ridiculously large. So I said multiple small pills, and I ended up getting 2 of my medications ended up coming in 2s and 3s. I do think that's good. You know, some people do have difficulty swallowing, or there are people with anxiety that are scared of swallowing one giant pill, and that's fine. One of the things that I said, I can't remember off the top of my head, it was either immune system or better sleep. I want to say immune system, but looking at this, I want to say it was immune system, just because my immune system is struggled with insomnia off and on for most of my life due to stress. There were times in high school specifically where I would sleep like 8 hours a week. I would also be eating like in that time, so my immune system is crap, and my body likes to let me know it by getting me sick all the fucking time. Basically, if someone sneezes 2 towns over, I suddenly have the plague. I believe I have a better immune system. As I do, I'm jumping around, obviously. When you get your delivery, it comes in a box. Take it personally, daily with water. Inside comes your dispenser. Props up like that, and you just pull out your things every day. And the thing about this that I thought was interesting is that I originally thought that if I were to like reorder all my supplements, they would just send me more packets, because this is openable. So I could easily reload it, no problem. Apparently though, it seems like they send you just a whole new one. Why? That just seems unnecessary. It also comes with this, which I like. I do like this because everything's printed with my name on it, so everything's very specific to me. As I've said previously, I've taken dietary supplements before, so I wasn't concerned about taking any of these, but the very back of this, there is a note about consulting with your doctor. Then also at the very back of this, it says this product contains a chemical known to the state of California to cause birth defects or other reproductive harm. And I wanted to talk about that because I also mentioned that in my flat tummy tea video, how that was a note. And I think I phrased it weird in that I was like, oh, this is the first time I've seen this. That's not the case. And I think it was the inflection I put on it or whatever it was, but I saw people commenting like, oh my God, when she said that, that's crazy. I was like, is it? Because for me, I've lived in Southern California my whole life. I am very lucky to live where I do. That phrase, I'm used to seeing. I see that in parks. I see that at bowling alleys. I see that at restaurants. I see that on products. I see that on a lot of things. And that's fairly straightforward for California. And that's just because we're very, I don't want to say anal about it. The state of California is very thorough about consumers and customers and visitors of places being aware that there are certain chemicals in certain things that may or may not be linked to cancer. I think it's Prop 65 that talks about this. I'm not an expert on it. It's just kind of something that's become a common point in my life. When I see that, it's not really something that I give a second thought to. I know logically that this potentially right now is not going to give me cancer. Like I said, California is very thorough about warnings for things. I mean, I think there's a new bill that's being passed or a new prop being passed that's supposed to put the warnings on the chemicals that are in soda and at soda fountains and things like that. People are still gonna take this stuff. People are still gonna drink it. People are still gonna do X, Y, and Z. Here in California, yes, we're very lucky. There's a lot of laws about emissions and things like that and chemicals, but at the end of the day, you know, there's chemicals in everything. There's chemicals in hair products, there's chemicals in food, there's chemicals in breast milk, there's chemicals in everything. Seeing that label, again, I'm desensitized to it. It's not gonna freak me out. It doesn't freak me out. I don't want it to be like I'm saying like, oh my God, this product is gonna give you cancer, or that that's what this is. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. That's not my intention. I'm just letting you know what's on the packaging, what's on the website, what's in their booklet. It's something that happens in California. It's fairly standard. Like, I don't see that and be like, wait, let's not go to this beautiful park. Like, I don't do that. This is me rambling. I wanted to address it, but it's not something that I'm all that concerned about. So in the future, I probably just won't mention if that's put on there. Moving on, let's see if I can get this video out of this weird hole that I've dug it into. None of this is FDA approved. And for those of you that don't know, I don't know the proper phrasing behind it, but basically, flat tummy tea, sugar bear hair, Careof vitamins are supplements. You are electing to take them, therefore, I'm fairly certain that's why, this does not need to be FDA approved. They still legally have to put on everything that it's not FDA approved, and that is listed on their website. The stuff I'm taking is not FDA approved. It's not physically on the packet. Right down here, this is the rundown of all the vitamins that I was recommended and that I am currently taking. And then down here in really tiny letters, in that very faded gray box, it says, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. Products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. There's no guarantee behind any of these vitamins, and that's standard. It's totally legal. It's not some shady thing. It's something that I, as a consumer, am electing to take, so they don't need to be FDA approved. It's my understanding that all their facilities and everything like that, their shipping locations, all that does need to be FDA approved, needs to be up to FDA guidelines, but the actual products themselves do not need to be. I think. Just take my word for it. I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form on this topic. Every vitamin that I was referred to, essentially, I decided to get, and then there were 2 products that I didn't get because I didn't even think this was an option through their website until I finished taking the questionnaire and was matched with these. I think they're called their Quick Sticks, which I ended up not getting because it freaked me out, and I'll explain why. The vitamins that Careof suggested that I take was Calcium Plus, and they give a little nickname to everything, which I thought was funny. Bone Hugs and Harmony. It's supposed to support bone health, and then it's Rhodiola. Assume I'm pronouncing none of this right. The Cosmonaut, which supports endurance and recovery after exercise. Magnesium, the Dreamweaver, helps maintain healthy bones. Astaxanthin, the Coral King, I pronounced that wrong, supports cognitive health. I was recommended 2 Quick Sticks, the Pocket Protector and Extra Batteries. One is for boosting immunity and the other is like an energy boost. The reason I didn't get both of those, one, the total, which was getting higher than I would have liked it to, but also they're just packets of powder. When I originally saw them, I was like, oh, okay, you pour it in water and it's like a little energy drink. That's what you're supposed to drink. Nope, you just pour this whole thing of powder straight into your mouth and wait for it to dissolve. That, okay? I've never did the cinnamon challenge. That sounds like a good way to choke. So I elected to not get those. Yay. So like I said, I just ended up getting the vitamins. Totally unrelated, completely off topic, sort of. None of this is sponsored. None of my videos are currently ever going to be sponsored. If I'm ever sponsored, one, legally I have to be abundantly clear about that, but if I'm getting a kickback, any type of thing like that, I'm gonna be abundantly clear. This is a product that I'm actively paid for and I'm using. And then this next thing is something that I've had on my computer for a long time and it always works, but it saved me a lot of money in this case. Let's talk about Honey. Honey is a downloadable thing for your browser that basically saves you money, and when you're a broke-ass cheap student like me, it's great. I swear to God, I'm not sponsored, but please, Honey, if you want to pay me to talk about your product that I use in order to recommend to all my friends, please, for the love of God, pay me money. It was originally going to be like $40 for all the medication, and then Honey said, oh, we found coupons, and I was like, cool, run it. And it took off half of it, and I only had to pay $19. Great. Perfect. Love it. Download Honey. I'm not sponsored. Honey, give me money. I haven't taken these yet, so I'll take this today while I talk about the next thing. Every time you order, they have this thing called carrots. Carrots, I suppose, is their like reward system. So basically, side note, every one of these packets come with a little saying. Today's question, if a movie was made about your life, what would it be called? Just Swell. That's what it would be called. Well, I take these. So this is my medication, my favorite medication. So these are my... I'm not surprised, but I'm still disappointed. That's all I take each day. Like I said, I've been taking it for 6 days. But now we're going to talk about their app. So, Careof has an app, and like I said, Careof also has this thing called Carrots. So, like I said, I'm not sponsored, I'm not affiliated with them, but when you sign up, you do get a code if you want to share it. So I'll put mine down below if you want to get, I think it saves like $20 off your total or something, I don't know. But I won't be getting paid for this, I'll be getting carrots. Here's the app. If I do take vitamins, it shows everything. Done. Take it. Great. I got 700 carrots for completing a streak. Every time you get carrots, you can redeem the carrots for stuff. I currently have 2,200 carrots, and that's just from one, signing up, linking my email, but also taking my vitamins for 6 days in a row. That's all I'm getting carrots for. If I sign someone up, I think I get 8,000 carrots. Those can be redeemed for different stuff in their marketplace. So let's see. Carrots, tap it for 1,500 carrots. I can get 1 free pack. Quick Sticks for 5,000 carrots, a $5 credit for 5,000 carrots. They have a zippered pouch for 5,000. They have a sweatshirt coming for 30,000, which only vaguely matches their theme, like something you would see on a cup, you know, in the 90s. I don't know why that's the design they went with, but I mean, I want it, so. And then they have a Swell bottle coming soon as well for 35,000 carrots. Therefore, I need it. Please use my code. That's kind of cool. I guess it's a way to promote the app. It's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to tell how you earn carrots aside from taking your vitamins, which I mean, I guess is a good formula for it. That's kind of it. I mean, I don't have a lot of negative to say about it. It really is up to you on whether or not you think supplements do anything for you. I've talked previously in the past about other supplements that I've taken and how I did see a difference, mainly in my skin more than anything. I'm not sleeping better on this. I'm not suddenly Superwoman. I'm not a mutant. I don't suddenly have mutant abilities. Bummer, but you know. So as far as recommending this, I don't see anything bad with it. I mean, it seems fairly straightforward. The prices of the individual medications I can't argue with. They seem to have a list of actually qualified doctors talking about this stuff, or at least on their team, listed on their website as part of their team. That's pretty good. That's really it. There's nothing bad to talk about. Do I necessarily think you need to do this? No. However, if you are thinking of taking supplements and you're not sure where to start, if you get overwhelmed whenever you look at a supplements display in a grocery store, this may be a good starting ground. Whether you order through them or not, just use the questions to see what they recommend and then go from there. I don't know. I kind of like the idea that everything's separated. If for some reason I'm in a rush, I don't have to worry about opening up a bunch of different bottles to find my vitamins for the day or taking them super late in the day or whatever it is. I just can and if I'm in a rush, I just grab one of these, throw it in my bag, call it a day, take it later, remind me in the app. I don't know if there's any other apps like this that are not specific to a company where you can just log whether or not you've taken your medications for the day, because I think that that's a great idea if there is. I would give this a Swell. I don't have anything negative to say about it. My delivery came in a timely fashion. It's not like I had to wait a long time. That's pretty much it. So done with that. On to next business. The Patreon is coming. However, there was an article going around that Patreon is saying that their current business model is not sustainable and they're going to be taking more money from donations and paying out less of the donations to the creators. So I am going to still start up my Patreon, but I'm still kind of like iffy on that. So in conjunction with the Patreon, I will be also setting up a coffee, which I will link eventually once I get it started up, but that's no rewards attached to that. That's just simply like you guys essentially buying me a coffee or making a donation for supporting the channel, is why I didn't want to rely on that to begin with, really, because it's kind of like, hi, just give me money to support the channel. You get nothing. The layout for Patreon I prefer more, but at the end of the day, if something does happen and the Patreon does something weird, then I want to have another option. If you want to support the channel completely separately, then that would be another option for you. Once I do start these things, you don't have to donate. It's very appreciated if you do. It's very appreciated if you become a patron. It's very appreciated if you buy me a coffee, but you don't have to. I don't want anyone to think that they have to. It's gonna come eventually. I have other videos planned. Once again, as always, recommend stuff for me to review and try in products. I have a whole list of stuff that I have planned that eventually will get done. It's just a matter of money and finding time to film and edit and put it in a concise, palatable way for you all to consume. Seriously, if you have any ideas, let me know. If you have any holistic beauty practices you want me to try out, I have a video planned for dry brushing. I have a video planned for jade rollers for a week or whatever the I have a series planned for Shark Tank products that's kind of like this, but specifically for products that have been on Shark Tank. There's a lot coming on this channel, so like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you want to, turn on the notification bell. Apparently, so much as being just subscribed to my channel is not enough anymore. I know this has been an issue for a while, but apparently it's getting worse in that even if you're subscribed, if you go to my channel, the video isn't listed once I upload it. You have to go to the specific link. So turn on your notifications for now if you want to keep getting these videos. I know this video was kind of not super well thought out. That was kind of the plan, I guess. There's not much to talk about with Careof. It's a service that seems to do what it's supposed to do. It's been marketed by bachelor people. It's been all over Instagram, but it seems fairly straightforward. It's just a matter of, do you actually need this or not? And that's up to your discretion. There's nothing sinister here that I can see. Follow me on all my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram. Twitter, I post updates on videos and things like that, and also just anything going on in my life that would potentially prevent me from posting a video on time or whatever. And follow me on Instagram. I just try too hard and I want to grow that. I occasionally post bikini pics if that helps. I know it's a super riveting video, but there was updates I needed to talk about, and I did want to talk about Careof. I do like this. I don't know if I'm going to keep it up after this month, but I wanted to talk about it. Yeah, that's it. Peace out. Rock on. Sleep tight. Have you tried Careof? Have you tried Careof? Have you tried Careof vitamin services? Do you take their vitamins? What are you on? Tell me all your dirty medical secrets. Let me know. I want to know. I'm nosy.